he wasn't. They took it out of context.
Well, it's happening all around
you know
right
what I
now,
mean?
bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know exactly what's going on now
Yeah.
because you already saw it happen.
Well,
to
one
AB,
time, and we were in Acapulco, in Guerrero, Acapulco, and me and his assistant at the time, we went to the Oxxo to get some drinks. Well, from where we were staying at, we went to the store to get some drinks, and this was happening with all that. The video was everywhere, and I remember
I actually feared for AB's, security. In Mexico when that was going on, because I was like, man, why are they smearing him so bad
well,
like
no,
that for
it's
something that we usually
because they
talk
wanted,
about,
they wanted. I mean, of course, they wanted to. I look at it this way. I think the way Cristina, remember Cristina, the TV host, she said it well. She said, the name Quintanilla sells. It's marketable. So if you have a Quintanilla in the news or whatever, especially like that, I mean, he was everywhere. They had him on everything. Then they even made him do like a lie detector test on Otro Rollo, like live. And I mean, of course, he passed, but it was just a lot of hoopla. Well, this time that me and his assistant went to the store, there was 2 soldiers there, and his assistant was wearing it was a Kumbia All-Star shirt, and he was like, oh, let's go in Quintanilla, or Onta Quintanilla, like, tell him we have something for him, or, just stuff like, I was like, what the hell? Like, I mean, some people got offended, and some people actually saw it like, well, why are you getting offended? Like, and I mean, the moral of it all is that we sold a lot of records because it was a lot of publicity.
But now you know how the media divides people. You
Oh,
know
yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
Like doing
No
stuff
doubt.
like that. But so what happened with the Kumbia Kings? You stopped working, it slowed down?
Well, it slowed down, and I used to go when we were not playing as much. When my best friend Lalo Reina, Elida's husband, Lalo, we've been best friends for 20-something years, I would always vent to him, like, man, dude, we're not working, and I don't know what to do. But here's the cool thing, is that in 2000, this was around 2005 till 2011 when I was with AB. In 2007, while I was still with AB, I got to go on tour with Vanilla Ice as his drummer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because Chris Perez is friends with the guy that was working for Vanilla Ice's management at the time. And they just so happened to be on a phone call. And the guy was like, man, we're having a dilemma. And Chris was like, what's going on, man? He's like, nah, man, he worked for Vanilla Ice's management, so he's saying, Ice needs a drummer this weekend. His drummer has got other prior engagements, and, we don't know what to do. And Chris was like, why don't you call our drummer, Joey? I was like, what? Yeah. Really? He's like, yeah. So I get a phone call, dude, from Tommy Kwan, Vanilla Ice's manager. And I was like, yeah, this is Joey. This is him. And he's like, oh, this is Tommy Kwan. I work for Vanilla Ice. What's up, man? Like, I was like, what the hell? And he
didn't say, all right, stop, collaborate, and listen?
Right? No, dude, he was calling me, and I was like, what's up, man? He's like, and he basically told me the situation. This was like on a Monday. He goes, we have a gig on Saturday. We don't have a drummer. You were highly recommended. And I knew, Rock, that I did not have a gig that weekend. I knew I wasn't playing. But it was so intimidating that I was like, oh, let me check my schedule. I'll get back to you. Can I call you back? I got off the phone, dude, and I was like I'm solo. I was nervous. Like, what the? My older brother calls me. Just like coincidentally after I got off the phone. What's up, dude? I was like, hey, man, what's up, man? He's like, what are you doing? I said, dude, you're not going to believe who just called me right now. He's like, who? And I told him, Vanilla Ice? He's like, yeah. I said, his manager, Tommy Kwan, they want me to play drums with them. And really badass, dude. That's awesome. He's like, I go, no, like, I told him, he's like, are you playing? You're not playing this weekend. I'm like, no. Well, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know, Josh, man. I don't know if I can do that, bro. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, dude, this is what you do. Like, what do you have to lose? Like, and he convinced me. So I got off the phone with my brother and I called him back and go, yeah, I checked my schedule. I'm free.
Yeah.
And I said, just send me the material. He goes, okay, I'll send you an email with the songs. And then if you have a writer, a drum writer, what you need, and let me know. I said, okay. So he ended up sending me Vanilla Ice's set list. I get this set list. And the set is like 40 minutes long, right?
And it's just Ice Ice Baby? That is.
No, but here's a funny thing.
Because that song he could play for 40 minutes.
Oh, dude, you don't understand, bro. Like, that gig, let me tell you something about that gig, bro. That gig was...
That song is iconic, dude. If he gets up on stage and does that song for 40 minutes, it'll be a hit.
Yeah, but he told me that there's times he didn't play it on stage.
Oh, dude, don't do that.
Oh my God, dude. So So his manager sends me the material. I download it to my computer at the time, and I'm listening to it. And when I heard the material, man, I felt so much better because it was easy. Mm-hmm. It was like a lot of drum loops, right?
Compared to the Kumbia Kings.
Well, yeah, it was so different, man. It was so different. And I was like, okay, he's just like hip hop, like rap, you know, or it's hip hop style.
Steady beats.
Yeah, just groove. So I learned it. I was good to go. I ended up flying. And the cool part about this whole ordeal was like, I'm the night before, I remember watching TV. I was watching a VH1 show, and it was called Celebrity Feuds. No sé qué pedo, with whatever. Ron Jeremy versus Vanilla Ice. El vato anda
was it the little clay dolls?
No.
Oh, no.
No. It was like
boxing
from reality shows, like reality shows, like when they had like broncas or whatever, like you know, feuds, and it shows Vanilla Ice throwing a drum set. Oh, I mean, I'm like, oh lord, I'm gonna see this dude tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was tripping out. But this was like the first time in my life at that moment that I flew out to meet some complete stranger, because I didn't know these guys. And his road manager picks me up at the airport. I go, and we get there. We're driving to the venue. I'm a big Motley Crue fan. Anybody out there that knows me knows I'm a big Motley Crue fan. So we're driving to this venue, right? And I'm sitting there. We park in front of this building. And I look, and I notice that the building's name is Dr. Feelgood. But it's written in the same font as Dr. Feelgood from the record, Motley Crue's record. I was like, what the hell? And he's on the phone, and I'm with him in his car. His name was Chuck Kwan. He gets off the phone. I go, Chuck, this place is called Dr. Feelgood. It's like Motley Crue. He goes, oh, you didn't know? I'm like, no, what? He goes, this is Vince Neil's club. What? And he's like, yeah, this is Vince Neil's club. So I went in there, dude. Talk about like a Motley museum, bro, like heaven. Like all their gold records and bikes and all of Vince Neil's stuff. Like he had a lot of memorabilia in there. And I was like, wow. Like, so this was like already awesome, right? And then all of a sudden in walks Rob Van Winkle, AKA Vanilla Ice, with some of his friends and stuff. And he's a big dude, bro. He's big, like he's a big dude. I was like, just kind of chilling, you know, sitting there, and they come. And one thing about Rob that I give props to is he's very hands-on. Like the stage that we played at was super little. He wanted risers. And mind you, they were already putting the back line. And in Vanilla Ice's show, it's only him, a DJ, and a drummer. That's it. But this stage was super little. I'm talking Wild Bill's little, right? And where are the risers? They don't fit. No, we're going to make them fit. So him and his friends taking out the risers. Yeah. I'm just sitting there watching, like
hands on.
Yeah, hands on. He goes, puts up his props, and now you can put the drums in la madre. So I go and I start setting up the drum set, and he comes and introduces himself, and I was super nervous, dude. I mean, this, you know, but he was super down to earth, cool ass dude, man. And he goes, you know the songs? I was like, yeah. He goes, okay, we'll run them, you know, at sound check. And that's another thing. He does his own mixing. Like he'll go to the front of the board, mixes the drums, mixes everything. Like he does his show. All, like he does it all. And he goes, all right, let's go over a song.
Self-contained.
Straight up, bro. So we go over a song. He plays it, and I play it with him. And he's looking at me, and we get done. And he goes, man, you have a mean hip-hop groove. And I was like, nobody's ever told me that, you know? I was like, oh, thanks, man. He goes, yeah. He goes, okay, so in the show, I might just start flowing. If I start flowing, just follow me. All right. So, and then he goes, and then, all right, we went over another song, and he goes, all right, that's good. And then Chuck, his DJ, he goes, what about a drum solo? And he looks at me, and he goes, what about a drum solo? I was like, what about a drum solo? He goes, can you do a drum solo? And I was like, yeah, I can do a drum solo. He goes, oh, okay, cool, let's see what you got. I was like, all right, man. He goes, no, let's see what you got right now. Really? Like, he put me on the spot, bro, in front of everybody. Right then and there, you want to hear me play a drum solo. So I just started playing stuff. And then he was like, we're good, man. So we went to the room, got ready, come back to the venue, and all these people were in the dressing room, dude. And I'm just in the corner, just chilling with my stick bag. And I mean, I don't know these people, dude. And they ended up kicking everybody out, like about maybe 15 minutes before the gig. They kicked everybody out. So I was going to walk out, and Chuck goes, no, you stay here. I'm like, okay. So they kicked everybody out, and then he goes, hey, Joey, get a chair, man. Come have a seat. And it was just me and him like this, dude, in this dressing room. And he's like, man, so tell me, where you from? I said, well, I'm from Siggno. Really? I said, yeah. He goes, I have family there in San Antonio. I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay. We just started talking to like two homies, just talking. And he said he was from Dallas, and he was talking about how when he blew up and how he invested in his money and he was smart. And he, like, in other words, he didn't like go broke and all this crazy stuff, you know. And it was so awesome to just sit down like this and talk with the dude. And then we go on stage, and it's just this over the top guy. And by the time I knew it, the gig was over, right? I was like, wow, this is already over. So I was going back to my hotel, and Chuck Quan, his DJ / road manager, tells me, I don't know what you told him, bro, but told me to give you his cell phone number to give him a call. I'm like, really? I was like, yeah. So, dude, that became a cool relationship between me and Rob. And, you know, I did about, maybe 200 shows with him from 2007 till about 2014.
I never knew that,
Yeah.
bro. Wow. That's awesome.
So I would do that with him because he had a drummer, but again, his drummer I think he was opening like a club in Dallas. So he was putting his time into that. So there were shows he couldn't make. So at the time when I was playing with AB, we weren't playing that much anymore. So I would go with Vanilla Ice, you know what I'm saying? And then I was doing that, but it was just like a side deal. My main thing was with AB. So when me and Lalo would talk, Lalo kind of already knew that my frustration, so to speak, that I wasn't working as much. So
Anyway, if you're not working, you're not getting paid.
exactly, and this is the only thing I know how to do, you know what I'm saying? This is my livelihood. So he calls me out of the blue one day. It was in December of 2010. He's like, hey man, what are you doing? I said, nothing, I'm chilling, what's up? He goes, hey, I got a question. I said, what's up? He goes, would you ever consider playing drums with Siggno?